John, opening weekend against Montrose, not the one you wanted, but still unbeaten.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you're going to every game wanting to win the game. Absolutely. Did we do enough? Did we produce enough quality? Probably not. So the great thing about football, certainly the start of the season, there's another 35 games to go. We're going to. Every game's different. We're going to tomorrow's game very positive. We've trained really well this week. Probably Thursday, probably the best we've trained all season. So really looking forward to the game tomorrow.
And how much have you looked at Airdrie and how they play, and how difficult a match is this going to be for you guys?
Yeah, they're playing very similar to they did. I managed to get a look at them at the end of last season. I watched the official last game of the season, and then I watched them in the playoffs. And although there is a few changes, obviously Dylan Easton's gone and Agnew's gone, but there's still a lot of the core of the team is there as well. And the management with McCabe being there and Callum Dice, then it didn't change an awful lot at the management level. So yeah, they're still playing a possession-based game, a passing game. They've got good movement, very much like what I've seen last season. And yeah, we've had a right good look at that, and we're prepared for it. But we also have to play our own game, and that's equally as important that we play, and that's going to make all the difference. You know, we didn't pass the ball as well last week. We look to pass the ball better tomorrow. We look to get into better positions. We look to to create more clear-cut opportunities, and ideally, coming away with all the 3 points.
And one thing that seems to have caught the fans' attention is the fact that the defence is looking extremely strong. You've got players like Donaldson, Henderson, Mackay putting in really, really good performances, and quite a quick turnaround for that as well. Yeah,
well, that's part of the recruitment. We managed to get in good defenders, and Brad's hit a game. Brad's hit a real good game at the start of the season here. Obviously, it would be nice to get Henderson on the pitch, more often. He's recovering from his hamstring injury, which is coming along quite nicely. But Cole's made available to be fit, just as Liam's gone out the team type thing, and so there's been a fairly easy changeover there, especially when Cole and Brad played together at Inverness. So yeah, that the defence is looking really, really good. Sean Mackey at left back, Big Ryan's been doing okay at right back, but we have options as well. We still have options in these areas, and tomorrow it's a different game, a new game, and we're looking to continue to be resilient, and we'll need to put in as much work as we put in, but we also want to try and produce more quality.
And at the other end of the pitch, a new addition this week, we've got Ruman Burrell. What can you tell us about him?
Well, Ruman was in Scotland last year. He was playing with Kilmarnock. He signed early in the season, and he done the early part of the season there, but unfortunately picked up an injury at Kilmarnock. And by the time he kind of got back in, Kilmarnock had brought in Callum Hendry, and they had Ollie Shaw, they had Scott Robinson, and then after that they brought in Kyle Lafferty, and all at times they still had Innes Cameron within their ranks early on. So very difficult to break in. He's a very hard-working attacker. He's one who will go in behind, and we're obviously looking for that option. Bring in Juan in. Juan came in and had this kind of like getting over the foot injury, and of course with the situation that cropped up with Kai, we had to go through a sort of return to playing situation with Juan, so it was only could play for such a lengthy time. So now we're kind of get over that now. He's available fully, and with Juan, with Rumarin, with Gary Oliver, we've kind of like upped the ante. We've got a good few options there, different players. And we can't just have one, we can't just have two. You've always got to have at least three there who are going to be vying for positions. We started with two strikers last week, albeit we played Callum up top beside Gary, and then we changed when we brought one on into the second half, 10 minutes into the second half or so. And so we've always got to have these options, and I'm glad that we've got these options, and there's certainly no doubt going forward we're going to need everyone.
And just lastly, any chance you could give us a quick injury update ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we've obviously added Ruman to the squad. We have no new injuries. Kai Kennedy, I spoke with Kai Kennedy yesterday, so he was like yesterday he was 1 week post operation, and good news, he's absolutely fine. He's because you're looking at 4 to 6 weeks, but he's actually way ahead of schedule. So great news there. So Liam Henderson, as I mentioned there earlier, he is looking good about getting back early as well. Seb Ross has picked up a little bit of a glute injury. It's not the same injury, but it's kind of like same kind of muscle as how he's out with. So he's probably going to miss out tomorrow. A big thank you to the fans that turned up last week, and thanks for the support. Big crowd last week. Again, shows the potential this football club has. Thanks very much for coming along. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at Airdrie, and then back here the following week when we play Peterhead.
Okay, John, thank you very much, and best of luck tomorrow.
Cheers, thank you.